Magic, magic, magic. Magic, magic, magic.
So this is Darren Fink with Transfiguring Adoption. I am sorry for the wind noise. We are in the windy city of Chicago. Actually in the suburbs right now. We're getting ready to go onto the elevated L train to go downtown. We're gonna see what we can get into. We're gonna go have some fun with the family, and we are going to tell you what we can or can't do as a foster adoptive family as far as people being able to handle it with special needs and different things like that. I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to show with everything. We do have 2 foster kiddos with us, so I won't be able to show images of them for safety reasons, which might limit what I can video and show you at certain points. So we will get going here. We're gonna get our passes, the L train, and have some fun. All right, so we just got up here. Oh, where's the sign? I just had a sign. I can't see the sign. Anyways, oh, it's way down there. It's like right there. We're in Forest Park. We're going downtown on the L. We got these Ventura cards. Ventra. I can read.
We got 1-day CTA passes, so it's good on all the trains, buses, whatever. So we're gonna go exploring and without killing everybody in the crew because, yeah.
So the Ventura passes, I can't talk or read. The Ventra tickets are $10, and like Margie said, they get you on the buses, they get you on the L.
Here comes our train.
Here we go. Let's do this. So Dalton, we're on the L train. What do you think? Do you like riding the L? Stopped over at the Disney store downtown, and they've got all this cool Chicago stuff. And let's see, you want to get a Mickey Mouse and show them the Mickey Mouse down there? And we just got done riding the L train. They've got a Chicago exclusive Tsum Tsums here at the Disney store. They are. They're $17 for the mini Tsum Tsums. They have a Mickey that's dressed up. It says Chicago on a scarf. And it's got his little Windy City sweater. That's really cool. How much is that one, Dalton? Looks like about, so rounded up, it's $27. And if you want to look at that, they've got a shirt. They do have the Minnie Mouse that's in Chicago, which I'm guessing it's $27 too. All sorts of shirts. Let's see, can't get Minnie Mouse to stay. They've got some pins. They've got a hoodie with Minnie on it. They've just got all sorts of cool stuff here. And if you know me, I like my mugs. They've got the Windy City Mickey. The mug is $16, so some really cool stuff here. Stopping off here at the Disney store and just checking it out and having some fun downtown. One thing that we did discover is we stopped off at Starbucks. I handed off my Starbucks cup to someone so I could video this, but I forgot from last time being downtown. Not very friendly with the restrooms. It's hard to find public restrooms that you can use. So if you have kiddos, and if you're watching this and you're a foster adoptive family, I know you do, you have got to go in and you've got to buy something at McDonald's or Starbucks, anything. You've got to buy something so that you can use the restrooms, because there are no public restrooms. You've got to be a patron of the store to use it. So we stopped in at Starbucks so we could go use the restroom, be ready for that. We're walking onward. I think we're gonna go to Millennium Park and check out stuff in there. All right, so we're at Daily Plaza, and Matthew, what do we have here? We have Pringles sticks, and I'd already threw away the container. We actually had turkey sticks. The turkey sticks, this is for fun because we're on vacation and we're traveling around. The turkey sticks are what was important because that's protein that's going to keep blood sugar levels stable, and it is, I forget, I didn't check the time, but we're about probably like 2 hours away. It's probably like 10 o'clock or maybe 10:30. So we're a little ways from lunch, but we're trying to make sure that everyone's blood sugar levels stay stable, because if you watch our other vlogs, obviously when you're doing this with kiddos, basically with anyone, but especially kiddos from traumatic places, it's going to help just keep everyone happier, their brains functioning a little bit better, everyone be able to deal with things better, so you're going to be able to do more in the day and have more fun in the day. We will, like Margie and I are monitoring people because not everyone in our group has done a lot of traveling, so if blood sugar levels or just attitudes and moods like start taking a turn for the worst, we already have an idea of what we're going to do for lunch, like a plan A, plan B, depending on how people feel, and then we'll call it a day. Like we'll end the day trip sooner if people can't, if they're just, you can tell there are meltdowns and people aren't doing well. That means we need to go back to the hotel, get away from sensory input, and just chill. It doesn't mean that people are in trouble. It doesn't mean that people are bad. It doesn't mean it just means that people just aren't able to cope with it right now. And for the health and safety of everyone, we just need to go back and chill and have more fun there. And it'll be a more successful trip that way. We'll have better memories instead of dragging people around, tired, screaming, kicking, and remember it as the trip where everyone was melting down. Yeah, I think I'm going to stop talking now. The other thing I will tell you to do is we're stopping and making sure everyone gets water. Definitely make sure everyone stays hydrated. So we just went into the Chicago Cultural Center because I saw a sign that said that it is free today to the public. So we're on our way to Millennium Park and thought, why not? Let's stop in here. We've never actually been here, so we're gonna go in here. We talked with the gal at the front. We're not gonna do like a long tour. We're gonna go up to the 4th floor, and then she told us to take a ramp down to the 2nd floor, see some of the war exhibits down there, and see some other things. So this is gonna be a really short trip. Our crew is really doing good after snacks. No complaining or anything like that, but wow, check that out. Look at that. This is up on the 4th floor. Look at that beautiful architecture and art. Check that out. What do you think, Matthew? Matthew, what do you think?
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. It's ginormous in here.
And then there's names.
Whoa.
There's names on the wall.
This is so cool. So I'm not sure if it's this way all the time, but it is like completely deserted up here. It is like, it looks like they would have some tables out here. Maybe they have parties or conventions or something up here. It's beautiful up here. There's not a lot of noise. You get to check out just the cool architecture. You get to see outside and just look at some of the sites over. We're right by Millennium Park, so you get to check out some stuff over there. You can't see a whole lot too well, but this is really cool just as far as it being free and coming up here and getting to get away from sensory stuff. We're about the only ones up here, so we're able just to calm down a little bit, you think?
Absolutely, it's really neat, and all that design up there is all just itty bitty little tiles, and it's just so cool.
So this is a good stop in?
Absolutely.
I wonder, we'll have to like do a more in-depth thing sometime, but today the goals are Millennium Park and to see the Picasso statue in the Daily Plaza, but like we just showed you,
Probably like
there was
Rainforest Park, Buckingham Fountain.
There was something going on at the Daily Plaza, like with a farmer's market, so we couldn't really see the statue. Really, we could see it, but we couldn't really get up to it or anything. So this was a cool just stop in. Yeah, good goal for today. we have stumbled upon an art exhibit while here at the Cultural Center, so we're going to take a look at this. So far, if you've never been to an art exhibit with your kiddos, I highly suggest, if they are able to stay in control of themselves. It's something you need to prep them for. There's no touching, they need to stay away. But talking is good. This isn't a library, so you can talk about the work, you can look at it, you can have conversations and dialogue with them. But it is something I know with foster and adoptive kids that if they're not able to stay still and they're not able to, if they do too much impulse activity, maybe not bring them to an art exhibit, but it is a great place to get into a great dialogue with them, to see cool things. One resource I would suggest you guys look at would be Artrageous with Nate. It's a PBS digital show, and that'll give you some great pre-prep work for coming to an art exhibit and checking out some cool things with your kids and just letting them to experience, and it'll actually help them to be able to express themselves better, have really cool conversations, and then go home and want to do things so that maybe they can talk about their own story or their own feelings and emotions. But Artrageous with Nate, Google it. It's definitely a great place if you don't want to bring them out to an art exhibit or don't know exactly what you're doing at an art exhibit to start them out on. And as many times as we've been to Chicago, there is no trip complete without heading out to Millennium Park and seeing the giant bean statue. So we are taking kiddos to that just to take a look. It's a nice day so far. It's been raining all day. It's threatening to rain on us in an hour, so we're trying to get everything in before it actually starts raining again. A lot of people out here. It sounds like actually behind us there's a outdoor theater. It sounds like they have an orchestra or something going on. We might catch that for a little bit. Beautiful architecture out here. A lot of people out here, so you really have to have a talk with your kids, your foster adoptive kids, about staying close. No running. Everyone stays close and stays safe. Millennium Park, there is so much concrete and different things around here. Hot, very hot. Make sure you have your water bottles when you come down here. It's July while we're visiting. It's been raining, like we had storms all last night, and then it's supposed to rain around 1 o'clock, which is in about an hour again, but it's still really hot. We're going to go over to, there's a fountain down here. We're gonna go check that out. And we're just gonna go try to have some fun around here, but make sure that you bring water bottles. So this isn't a secret spot at all. It's the fountain at Millennium Park. We're gonna stop here because there are fountains here on these big blocks that are falling down. As you can see, people are running and wading through the water in there. So it's a great place to cool off. Lots of people around here all the time during the summer. So you just gotta, with your foster adoptive kiddos, I know that some of them have impulse control, maybe sensory problems. This is gonna be bad for sensory problems because there's so much going on. It's also going to be bad for heat. Even though there's water to get cooled off, you're gonna need water bottles here, sunscreen. It would be a great place to sit and get a snack. It's not gonna be great either if you got a kiddo that just can't stay with you and runs off. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but there is a big, if you play Pokemon Go, which Margie and I do, and our kids do infrequently, there are like Pokestops back in here, like real ones, because they're gonna have this big festival for Pokemon back there. We couldn't get in, we just happened to be here when it's going on and we couldn't get in, it's sold out, so we're sad. It's by Michigan Avenue, by Buckingham Palace, so, or Buckingham Fountain. So kudos to anyone. Leave in the comments below if you got to go to the Pokemon Go festival and what it was like. So Buckingham Fountain, tell us about it, Margie.
It's just a neat place to come. I've got pictures when I was a little tyke, standing up by the fountain.
So Buckingham Fountain was a lot of fun. There aren't as many people out here today because it's middle of the day. I think it's about almost 1 o'clock, which we are breaking one of our rules for keeping everyone hydrated and keeping food and stuff like that. But we did have a snack, so everyone seems to be doing okay. We're probably pushing it right now. So instead of walking to our next venture, we are going to take the Red Line bus over to our next adventure, which we didn't tell the kids. We had saved up money and we're gonna go to Rainforest Cafe downtown. So big surprise. So we're almost to Rainforest Cafe. It's by McDonald's over there, and Hard Rock Cafe. So we're gonna get going. I hope the kids are excited. We have one kiddo that their feet are done. They're tired. This might be the last thing we do today because like we say, you just gotta gauge where people are at. And they're done. It's not going to do any good to keep pushing the rest of the day and have a horrible day. So I think as foster adoptive families, you have to be honest with yourself and gauge it. Instead of planning a lot to do and hoping to see a lot, plan a few things that you really, really want to see. And then after 2 or 3 things, if you start in the morning, after 2 p.m., everything else is just gravy if you get to do it. So we made it to Rainforest Cafe. There's all sorts of fun animatronics. Oh, this was just moving. There it goes. There's all sorts of fun animatronics to watch and look at. Again, it's just one of those things. There aren't a lot of people here right now, but normally packed. A lot of noise, a lot of sensory stuff going on. So you're just gonna have to gauge if your kids can handle it. So we are back where we started. We just took the L back to the Rosemont station. Rosemont. And we are heading back to the vehicle. We're gonna head back to our hotel. So we got to do a lot today, actually. We went to a cultural center, we went to Millennium Park, we went to Rainforest Cafe. We saw a lot in Millennium Park. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I feel like we did something else. We did a lot in the cultural center. So we are going to head back to the hotel. It is 5 o'clock right now, and I believe we started our journey around 10 o'clock, maybe 9:30. Didn't rain on us the whole time, so that's awesome. We met all of our goals. I'm wore out. Kids are wore out. So that means it is definitely time. We probably could have called it a little bit before. We probably went a little bit over, but great day. Subscribe to our channel. Also, check out our other videos and our website that helps foster and adoptive families directly. Even if you can't foster or adopt, there are ways that you can help, easy ways that you can help. So definitely get on our website, www.transfiguringadoption.com. Again, subscribe to our channel, and we hope we're helping you to nurture growth in your foster or adoptive family.